And welcome. This is not the second time we've tried this. How are we all doing today?
Fine.
Yeah,
same.
fun.
Good.
Same as the first time. Right. Yes. So, welcome to those watching. Thank you for the enthusiasm you've had for the first episode. This is certainly the second session. We'll see how long we've dedicated this whole day for it. So we'll see how long we decide to play. Right. So last we left off, of course, all my players here, which I do not need to introduce because we've done so previously, to explore the big tabletop extravaganza, which is the Witchlight Carnival. But yeah, there we go. But before we get into that whole thing, we are going to be testing around with this particular table, something that I did with another, which is introducing each of the next couple of episodes will have a short introduction scene with each one of the characters. And today, by luck of the draw and luck of the plot, we will start with Plum. So, feel free, other players, to bob your heads, to react in shocked expressions, as we discover a little bit of what happened before Plum showed up at the Thunderstaff mansion. So, without further ado, let's change the scene. Let's change the music, and let's change the scenery. The warmth of metal, the wet slickness of oil covers your hands. You were in a place constricted, barely enough place to move, but that's your specialty, isn't it, Plum? Reaching in those dark and slippery places that most cannot. And that is your service to the Temple of God, is it not? As we find you, you are barely holding on to a tool that is slowly slipping from your hand, trying to reach that one gear, that one nut you need to sort of rearrange, tapping it back into place, into harmony with the rest of this machine whose guts you sort of crawled into. All around you, barely, you can hear, well, not a locomotive. Or at least not one in current function, right? There must be a prototype somewhere here in this vast hangar that is the main floor of the Temple of God, where inventions, repairs, the occasional industrial accident will happen. As you tighten the bolt, you can hear the sort of ding of the machine starting to run forward. Bing! Tell me, what do you do?
Plum is almost, yes. Talk to me, my sweet little engine, yes. Bing! Just like at the fair. And I start to crawl very, very slowly out of it, while mumbling to myself, yes, next prototype shall be ready, and then I can start new project for Day of Wonders, yes. And I slap the thing closed, and I start to close everything and do the last checkups and everything, while mumbling for other projects at the same time.
What is the machine that you're working with?
I was having multiple ideas, but I think for this, It's gonna be in remembrance of the old times. It's gonna be a mechanical horse.
Okay.
It's a mechanical horse, and it's actually an idea to actually help people that have lost their legs, for example, to put them actually on the mechanical horse so they can still do horse riding, for example.
Okay.
It was commissioned by one of the nobility family, and of course, helping poor people in need is something that has a weak heart for Plum, of course.
I think that as you, so this vast mechanical horse, which is currently seated onto the ground, like a normal horse would be, as in the legs tucked under. I think that yes, the stamp is. This is not a local nobility. This is something coming in from Baldur's Gate, or at least the order is to go out to Baldur's Gate. And from what you understand, is it's a horse, but you can actually sort of sit into it, almost like a carriage, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's the outsides are sort of very delicate wooden panels engraved in silver and gold. To give that sort of magical shine to it. What was wrong with it? Because you're not an inventor, you're the repairman, basically, right? So what was wrong with it?
Very quite simple. You don't drink while you use this at the same time. Problem is, you find wine and other drinks between, and then of course it got cooked up and rust got on it, so... Old Plum took the parts and repaired it directly, and now horses speak Spanish, so always good.
Yeah. The other person that's been working with you, actually, under whose supervision you've been working for most of these projects, is a seeker. So a seeker, so somebody, an actual priest of Gaunt, right? He would be, he's this sort of, sort of very thin, long-fingered half-elf by the name of Tobias. Or at least that's the name that he's been giving himself within this temple. And so Seeker Tobias looks to you and says, "Oh, clean job. Clean, very clean, Plum. Very good. Right. I've been working on solutions to actually prevent this other matter, and Seeker Ellen seems to think that a cup holder might do the job, but I would like to have your opinion on the subject."
But of course, a cup holder is gonna be more handy than holding the bottle while driving at the same time. Don't drink and drive at the same time.
Well, that is why the horse has its intelligence. Is to avoid and well, anyways, maybe we should just add a few lines to the instruction manual that will be going out to the client. Yes, well, is there anything that then still needs to be done on this, or is it package
and speak and span?
Right. I'll go to the head artificer and get it stamped ready and boxed up for shipment. Good work, Plum. Very good work.
Thank you.
Oh, speaking of head artificer, I believe that you've been called into the office.
For recommending that I've done a good work. I will go directly, of course.
Yes, of course. Plum, before you go in.
Mm-hmm.
No. Find me when you come up. No? Yes. Let's do that. And he sort of awkwardly sort of shuffles about. If you want to make an inside check, I will allow it.
Oh, hell yes.
Inside.
I am too proud of my own magnificent work that I have done.
Yeah. Yeah, with a 3, you have no idea what's going on in that person's head.
Okay. I'll waddle off to the head
Okay.
sheet.
It's the what they call the office is mostly the this small space in this hangar where it's Snorri Ironpipe, who's a dwarf. He's sort of in charge of the scheduling of the space, right? As in who needs what. It's a lot of logistic work to make sure that everything goes well. And yeah, knock on the door. It's this sort of small iron hut, right, in the middle of this huge hangar, which almost looks like it's out of place.
I'll bonk against the door. Chief?
Yeah, come in. Plum. Good. Come on in. Have a seat.
Oh. Starts to crawl on the seat. So yes, for me.
You can actually see that you can probably see that there are multiple seats according to you've got gnome and halfling size seats which are a bit boosted upwards, while you have the sort of the regular sized for the medium sized humanoids. So Plum, I see that the paperwork for the Growlhorns just came in. So that'll be definitely going. That payment is definitely going to be going your way in a couple of days. On another point, wanted to ask you. According to my writings here, how long has you? Well, you've been here for what? 7 years?
If I remember well, I think it was 7 years, yes?
Just about, the temple's records saying that you arrived in Waterdeep about, 8 years ago, correct?
Ah, yes. Almost 8 years ago. Oh, time goes fast.
I do have to ask, was this with the Carnival?
You see him look a bit somber and like spacing out a bit, and while he's doing that, yes, it was with the Carnival, yes.
Now, the Carnival, from what I understand, basically arrived, and that is when you appeared in Waterdeep. So you came in with them?
I used to work there. I don't even know if my family is still there.
Wait, one moment. He sort of opens the door, not the door, so one of the windows, and Lexi, keep it down. That I do not want to see that thing exploding. You are too close to this. I see you. Don't make me come down there. And sort of shuts the windows. Sorry. You were saying your family.
My family works there also. And I used to work there also. Well, preparing one particular. It was good old carousel. No. Very beautiful model. Tune. Always perfectly well.
Do not think that your efforts here have not been unnoticed. It is just that we have had many who would come in and then leave when they had the opportunity. I just wanted to let you know that we would be sorry to see you go if you decided to go back there.
I will think about it, but I like this place a lot. Very interesting. Good. Challenging place.
Good. With that said, I feel a bit more confident in handing you this thing. And he brings out a silver envelope. It looks less like paper than very, very thin metallic wafer sort of pressed together in a sense. As you maybe take it into your hand, it is paper. But the shine on it is strange. What also is strange is that you have the seal of it is definitely the seal of a house that you recognize, which is the Thunderstaff family. So the sort of the intricate lightning design to it. But as you were looking yourself, there's something that sort of shimmers in a sense, where just slightly overlaid to it, and you just see the outline of a silver butterfly. There's something more here. Actually, I would even say it's not on the seal itself, but it's sort of embossed into the letter.
Okay.
You would maybe feel it because of that specific touch that you have, that knowledge of materials, but also it speaks to you on a deeper nature.
I'll start to inspect it, and yeah, he's a bit silent, checking it very silently, looking everything, and after 10 seconds he'll open it up and he start to read it.
The message inside is it's an invitation. It's a formal invitation to attend a meeting held by the Lady Thunderstaff. There's not much more. There's nothing, no indication of purpose, no indication of time. You just have this feeling that, you know.
Well, apparently they've heard the name of Plum, and I need to go to Thunderstaff mansion, apparently.
Well, whatever the case is, do your best work, they pay well. So.
Well, good pay, I cannot complain. So
Is there anything about what job this is?
No.
They haven't told us.
No. No description of job, but still. Good customer, happy customer. They will come back to us, so I'll go.
If you have any hesitation as to what the job is supposed to pay, you just let us know, huh? Just then send us a paper bird, and we'll get back to you in a minute. And make sure they sign the receipt on the devis. How do you say that? Love.
Yeah.
Invoice?
Yeah, I don't have it.
No.
Invoice.
No.
Not the invoice, but the...
On the budget, basically.
Yeah, I'm stumped. Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. English words are hard, and... Right. Okay, we're not editing this out. Right. Okay.
I'll give a polite nod to the foreman, and I'll say like, I'll take my gear and then I do one little stop in here, and then I go to Thunderstaff Mansion to start new work.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Let me just walk you out. He sort of stands opens the door, leads you to out of this sort of. I mean, the inside is pinned. There's not a single surface that is not pinned with designs, with ledgers, with calendars of all sorts and shapes and sizes. And as it, Wanderer Lexi, what did I tell you about you in that piece? Step away. I'm coming there, and sort of walks off, leaving you at the doorstep of this sort of little hut.
I'm gonna look for Tobias.
Okay.
Tobias said like, "Hey, meet me after." So, I worked a long time with Tobias, so I want to hear out what he is gonna say.
Okay. As you try and look for him. The Temple of Gond is, as I said, it's this huge factory floor for a lot of stuff. But you do have sort of on the upper levels, as in the upper levels that are not below ground. You have more of sort of places where people can eat, can meet, just sort of make research. I mean, you know Tobias well. Where would he usually go to be between projects?
Yeah, I think Tobias would love the view of everyone working and the sounds and having like an overlay of everything. And I think it would be somewhere up, like very calm, to sometimes to have like discussions about projects that we were doing, like, oh yeah, but I have an idea, and without nobody disturbing Plum and Tobias at the same time also.
Okay.
So it would be the usual hangout place somewhere a bit higher to be out earshot of other people.
Yeah. There's maybe sort of a gang, sort of a series sort of platforms, so like a mezzanine that gives that's above the main. And yeah, as you sort of look up, expecting to see him, that you actually do see his silhouette.
I'll do a little.
Yeah. You shimmy among the different projects. You get away. I don't think you actually do get away. If you're a fairly discreet little fellow, and people are very concentrated on whatever things they are handling. You join Secret Tobias up on the platform. I see sort of looks to you joining him, like, yes, puts down the book. Please don't tell me that you've gone to see him like that. And sort of again does the sort of an arcane gesture in the air, and it's just the grime and the oil that you were steeped in. Basically, it's just sort of is whiffed off.
Well, very handy, I see.
I've been picking up some new tricks. It's easier than just the communal showers, I imagine.
So you wanted to talk?
Well, I have my sources and my grapevines, and there's been talk about you potentially leaving us. Speculation about the arrival of the Carnival.
He keeps the letter in his hand, and he's looking through it, but like totally oblivious to the letter.
I mean, Plum, it's no secret among here that you're not a gnome, you're not a halfling. There's a lot of speculation going about. How do I say this without being too? We don't know what you are, and it's accepted, right? This is the one place of all the places in the Sword Coast, of all the cities. Waterdeep is the one where you see the most things, and the most marvelous things are just accepted as such. And here in the Temple of God, where the strangest things come into existence. It's just... Where would you... Well... I've gotten... Well... Where would you go? It's...
Look, I understand that we have worked a lot together and that a lot of concerns are here. But I can assure you that I will do my job that has been demanded by the Thunderstaff family as good as possible. And after that, well, first thing first, I would like to see my family and my creation and not creation, something that I worked on. That after that, I will see how this venture goes. And for what I am, do you know the extra name they give me sometimes? The little the
Plum,
name that they give.
I'm the one who gave you the name Goldenback.
I know. Let us say that, and while he's gonna show it again, he's gonna remove his little coat, and he turns his back for the viewers. You actually see on his colorless back, full of like cracks of gold going over his full black where his two shoulder blades are. It's still very painful to talk about, but if the circus is back, I want to try a solution for this. I want to try to find a solution, and I want to try to give peace to certain things also.
Okay.
I'll work on that, and then I'll come back with, or not, with a more clearer mind.
Right. Well, look, I understand that carnivals are good for people who have nothing to lose. But I just want you, and he sort of puts his hand on your shoulder. Sort of there's a slight pressure in his hand. It's just not just laying the hand there, right? There's a little bit of tension in his hand. He said, I want you to know that you can have family here as well.
He, for a second, he just says normally, I know. I know I can have family here.
Good. Okay. Right. Yes. I've taken too much of your time. But
now I go to Thunderstaff family, and I'll go to Carnival. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, you do that. Might actually, at the end of my shift, my shift still goes on. I might actually go tonight. I don't know.
Yes, go to Carnival. It's gonna be an. If you go to Carnival, go to Carousel and go to Dragonfly attraction. Very good.
Right.
So enjoy.
Yeah,
Very
maybe when you've done with the Thunderstaff, maybe see you there.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Right. I'll let you do that. I've got other things. I've got paperwork. See you soon. No?
See you soon.
And sort of almost jumps to his feet and sort of hurries off. I don't think I'm going to be using that 18 that other 18 in insight to tell you what's going on. I'll let you imagine on your own. But once Tobias has sort of left your presence, what do you do?
I look a bit like again in the distance to all the sounds, noises. The foreman that's running very angrily behind one of the adepts, saying again like, "No, do not touch that machine!" Yet again, and somewhere in the background of Plum's head, you just hear the circus music that we have been hearing in the first episode, just like echoing in his head. He slaps his two legs. It's like, well, show must go on, and he takes his gear and starts to whistle a little tune of the circus very slowly, and walks towards Thunderstaff family.
As you start whistling the familiar tune of the Witchlight's Carnival's Calliope, I think that serves as transition, right? Where the sounds of the workshop dim, your whistling turns to that organ music that we can kind of hear now in the background, and there's just that face where I think the camera sort of zooms into Plum's face, and then leaving the background and zooms back out again, and we find our four protagonists very much looking around here in front of the big top, the sights, the smells, the sounds of the Witchlight Carnival. So, players, now that we all reunited, where do you want to go?
Well, we're heading for the carousel.
Okay.
Yep.
I will actually add, before we get to that, I will actually share this with you so that you know that. There you go. Right. What I've called the small stalls. Well, that I've called this one. So, in addition to all of the places like the Hall of Illusion, the Pixie Kingdom, Snail Racing, and all, you have a bit all over the place, different smaller stalls, right? You can actually see some right here next to where you are, where you have there are food stalls as well as smaller games that are just sort of carnival games.
Oh my
So,
God,
Plum,
yes.
you would know most of these and how they operate. So, I think that there's definitely a moment where you're pointing to different directions and going, "Oh, wait, that's this and that's this." And if you want to,
I am babbling every game that there is, and I'm more looking at a moment to Tavaren, like, yes, I think you would do very good at the dragon by the tail. That would be a good game for you also. It's looking like I think Lady Anna would be very good in poetry at the same time also. But for our other friends or Ysdred, I think you would also be good in poetry, or maybe also in goblin wrestling.
And by this explanation, Anna, you have the answer to what you were asking last time, which is, do you need to pay in silver and gold inside the carnival? No, everything is done through that original punch card, basically, that you have.
So those small little games will also take out a punch of our card?
One punch. But if card is empty, we go back and we can buy new ticket, or we can go for fun and take a little temporary back, like putting flowers on head or carry little pumpkin as baby.
I love pumpkins.
Huh.
One way, yeah, that was not said creepily at all.
Absolutely not. Let's have a look.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so
While waddling, I'll show like everything, like there and there and there.
Occasionally, you'll see patrons sort of going up to the games, and whenever there's participating in some of the games, so the Almirage toss, for example, where you'll see a kid, maybe sort of young human, sort of coming off. And he's got this, basically, there are prizes to be won at each one of these stalls, right? So, okay, I'm not to see it because I can't. Doesn't matter. Right, yes, that place. Okay. Right, so, you would also know that, for example, at the Feasting Orchard, there's not only just a place to sit and eat and order food, but they actually do have competitions at some as from what you would understand is there's usually the fairy cake eating contest that happens multiple times a day. So that's always fun.
I suddenly have an appetite to eat fairy cakes. Yes.
Right. But we're still heading to the carousel first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want, we can play little games, so we can maybe win some prizes for yourselves or for other people. And I give a little bump against Tavaren, like.
Yeah, I want to win something.
and I say in very low voice, Sylvan, I advised you a game that would be good for you, so oomp.
Why are you hurting him? Did he do something wrong?
No, it's friends. New friendships, and I would like to help Tavaren to enjoy the Carnival as it should be.
Is there anyone else that speaks Sylvan in the group, or is it just the two of us?
I speak Sylvan, but you don't know that.
Yes, I don't know that, so still, I'm helping you, buddy. Come on.
Oh, well, Tavern might know, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
I'm definite. Would Tavaren have been requested to give Anna tutoring lessons?
Tutoring, yeah, could be.
In Sylvan?
Hey, Plum doesn't know.
But yeah, Tavaren is definitely like, oh yes. Oh, wait, which one did you say was good?
Well, I would advise the catch the dragon by the tail.
Dragon by the tail, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you play that?
And while we're walking, I'll explain him how to play the game.
Okay. You go. Let's say that the catch the dragon by the tail is indeed sort of on your way, right? It looks like a small aviary, where sort of a large cage-like structure with sort of vines and other sort of wooden perches sort of hanging downwards, making sort of this kind of maze. And in it you see a sort of leaping from branch to branch is a small red fairy dragon.
Oh.
There's one of the carnies, so one of the witch hands. Let's say, Plum. Who's holding? You would know this person here. Who is currently standing managing this particular stand?
I think it would be a tiefling called Matilda.
Okay.
Very joyful, very smiling, and it was someone where was a very good drinking buddy of mine. Well,
Oh.
after Carnival shifts and everything.
Yeah, Matilda is so as most of the witch hands. She's wearing those sort of large fairy wings, though they've been painted to look a bit more reptilian. Herself, she's wearing makeup that sort of gives off sort of a glittering scales around. So very sort of again dragon-like in a sense. You know her to have two sort of antelope horns, but you can see that she's added underneath another smaller pair that almost go like ridges just above. You know this to be makeup. She's quite intimidating when she wants to be. And in this case, she's very sort of that enthusiastic. It's going, prizes, prizes, prizes. Catch the fairy dragon by the tail and win a piece of its horn. And again, when she says that to you, she has a sort of sweeping arm movement, and you can see at the back, sort of at the back of the cage, there is this pile of trinkets. Some of them very sort of looking very cheap, others with the sort of glinting of glass and metal. Difficult to make out exactly what it is, but whenever she does that movement, the fairy dragon goes rawr, rawr. But it's not a growl, it's the fairy dragon saying rawr. You know what I mean?
A rower.
Yeah.
Rower.
It's like hearing a dog say woof, right? It's
Yeah. Anna probably inches in like, hello, little buddy. You look gorgeous.
Thank you. And sort of bows down and talking in I mean, in what language did you talk to say that?
She would probably have gone for it's a fairy dragon. That would probably have been in Draconic.
And it replies, "Thank you," in sort of in Draconic. But do not believe that flattery will get your way with me. Come on. Want to join the chase? And sort of hops from to another branch.
My friend wanted to try out, so I'll give him the chance.
The dragon sort of perches up on its hind legs and has a hand like this under its chin. Friend, of course. Have them step up. In the meantime, you have Matilda, who's watching this sort of air, going sort of, now, don't you be smooching up my dragon here, young lady. If you want to have a try, well, I'll just have to punch one of your tickets. Or will some of you, and looking to the other three, one of you might... Well, sir, step up, please. And sort of, she pulls out from at her belt, from a little pouch. There's a punch card punch. And sort of snips the ticket. Said, well, let's see. Oh, you have a minute.
Okay.
And to grab my ruby little friend here. Just beware, please. This is all fun and games. A strong lad like yourself should understand that you don't pick on the smaller. This is just a game, right?
Yes.
Okay. Don't worry. They'll take care of you. Right. So, please step inside.
Right.
Ruby, if you would turn on the sound of the bell. As Ruby sort of falls down, comes to you, and you are situated into the aviary, right? You can see that there are plenty of places where you can sort of grab on to sort of climb, or it's like a jungle gym inside. And you can ascertain that there's definitely going to be that moment where you can sort of climb up and grab things. Until the moment where you maybe not notice it, but there's a blindfold that's put onto your eyes.
Oh no.
At some point, probably when Tavaren goes up into the stall and brushes against Anna, or is just within hand touch distance, there's gonna be a sneaky little guidance being cast.
Yo!
Okay.
I love that.
Right. Could you please make me a stealth check?
Yeah.
It's verbal and somatic. Okay.
That's an 18.
That's an 18. Right. So I will allow it, as I think that let me just roll a d20 here. Ooh. Okay, that's a natural 20 on perception by Matilda. But I think she goes. I think there's. Yeah. So I think you definitely get a wink. Anna, I said, I know what you did. He said, but
there were never any rules specified against the use of magic.
Oh well. Again, this is not vocalized, right?
No, that's not vocalized. That's me talking to the GM.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Right. So, what I would like for Tavaren is, before we start describing what actually happens, I want you to make a perception check. Now, because this is indeed
22.
Well,
Yeah!
22 is not bad. Let me just check here.
Roll your guidance also?
Oh, right.
Might as well roll it for it.
So that's D4, right?
Uh-huh.
Keep it for after.
It's
I mean,
wait.
you've got a minute to use it.
Well, technically, yes. So, what
Yeah.
the game allows you is basically 3 attempts to catch the fairy.
Yeah, but like it's one ability of my choice, so yeah, I don't have to use it for the one that I used. That I rolled a 22 on.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Well, what makes you think that a perception check would... No, I'm kidding. I think that... yeah, you know what? Let's go for this one. So, let's see. So, tell me, how do you catch it? You are blindfolded. There's a moment where you can hear you hear the gong go off for the first attempt, and you're off, right?
I think his initial attempt is just like, because he's blinded, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably just like, here, little buddy, come here. I will give you hugs and cuddles. It will be so nice. and I'll walk around and I'll still like try to follow the noise of where he's at. But I'll try to coax him towards me, basically.
Yeah, I don't think that he... I think you lumber a bit, right? As in you're trying to bat, and... But one of the things is, there's maybe just a giggle as, ironically, you know that coaxing a fairy dragon's not going to work. Especially one that is playing at being caught, being chased. But I think that there's just a moment where there's the giggle, and you just go shlack, and you manage to sort of maybe corner the dragon, catch it.
Yeah.
To your own surprise, by the way. Right? There's definitely a giggle coming from the dragon. I think maybe echoed by you, because you did get that little charm on you.
Huh?
That you're easily amused?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nothing to do with the euphorizing breath that fairy dragons usually have. That's something. But yes, there's a... Oh, congratulations! Coming from Matilda. You, sir, are quite skilled, and for that must be recompensated.
Yes.
Yes. So, Huh, what do you think there, Ruby? He caught you good and quick. Should we allow him 2 measures of your treasure? Ruby just goes, and sort of has a look towards you, Anna. Towards Tavaren. And goes, and this time sort of in again in Draconic. You did flatter me. And then replies in Sylvan to because Matilda's been speaking Sylvan.
The good thing that Tavaren does not speak Draconic, so this is going completely.
But I think is that again you have I think Ruby sort of stands up on haunches and goes, yeah, and goes one hand and the second hand. The mighty dragon appreciated your effort, my good visitor. Please take 2, and I am going to roll. So, question: do you want me to roll on the Feywild trinkets, or should you?
I guess I should, right?
Right. Okay. So that means I am going to Feywild trinkets. Visible to all players.
Got that. Two at the same time. So proud.
Do you actually see in the bottom? Do you actually see the Feywild trinkets in the bottom of your screen? No.
Bottom, no.
Or have a look maybe in your in the macros. So in the just before the cogs, you got the 3 little.
Yeah.
You see?
Well, trinkets, yes.
Yeah. So why don't you roll that twice for me?
Oh.
Let's see if that works.
Wait, I can put the in bar.
Or you can have it in bar. Right.
Yep.
And
okay, so Plum, we are not looking at yours.
Sorry, I was checking.
That is amazing. Right. So for those you are gifted. There are 2 little objects that sort of appear at the front stand. As I think the fairy dragon is the one sort of rummages within their hoard and brings out these 2 objects. One of them is a thimble that with sort of very intricate designs of clouds and stars. And the other one is a small barbell, but size for a pixie or a sprite. So it's basically something about this big, right? The length of maybe the length of your finger. Yeah. Oh no! You wouldn't be able to put 2 hands on it. This is barely the length of your knuckles.
They're tiny.
Yeah. They're tiny. They're for a sprite. They're for minuscule. Yeah. This would be the equivalent of something for a doll. Barbie accessory, something along those lines. Yeah. Not bigger than that. But you do feel the weight to it. It might weigh something along with half a kilo. But, just this big.
I think he takes them happily, and then he turns to Anna and goes like, and then he offers the thimble to her and goes like, here, because you helped.
Thank you. So it's a thimble.
A thimble that helps you daydream.
Wait, too many voices answering at once. I missed half of the thing. A thimble of.
That helps you daydream when worn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, you can put it in your inventory as Carnival thimble or something along those lines. No.
I wanna try too.
Oh,
looks amazing.
Do you wanna? So Tavaren, mark that. Mark somewhere that you've got one less. You've got one puncture. Let's put it that way. On your ticket.
I'll bow a little to the fairy dragon and say, "Well, thank you for this game, good sir. And I'm Anna. What's your name?"
There's a moment. Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, how do we call you? How can I call you? Will be the
You asked it
Probably.
its name, so that's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
different.
Persuasion. There we go. And that is an 8. That's not gonna help.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. This is I think that you again the small fairy dragon sort of barks out Ruby, as in
Ruby.
the same way that was they were called by Matilda. Ysdred, you meant, would you want to try this game or another?
Is there different games?
I think there
Yes.
are multiple. Yeah, no, there are multiple
Yeah,
different games. This again in the small stall. So you've got the Almirage Ring Toss, Catch the Dragon by the Tail, the Gnome Poetry Contest, but that's a bit further away. That's more towards the it's behind the Lost Property. There's a little stage there, so that's where it happens. So just right here.
I don't
if
see the list of the.
Oh,
Oh, I just saw the rabbit, but I didn't see the.
no, if you go below, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If actually, you know what? I'm going to give you the rabbit on its own. There we go. So cute.
Yeah.
Well, let me take a look then, because I didn't get the chance.
So currently,
See that.
I think that you would be, yeah, I think you'd be right here.
Okay.
Let's see, is there something that would be looking like? No, not really, but yeah, that'll do. But yes, the Gnome Poetry Contest would be right here.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, a lot of these there's a lot of the same sort of stalls a bit all over the place with these games, right? There's not just one Almirage ring toss. So
I see some shenanigans coming with the gnome poetry contest.
oh yeah.
But I like the name of it. I also like the outstare the Cyclope.
Oh, I'm gonna wrestle with some goblins.
I think while this is happening, guys, you guys are. Matilda turns to the. It's good to see you again, Plum. We've missed you these years.
You see that he turns a bit and see that he looks left and right and waddles and gives a very quick big hug and then steps back and like, I'm happy to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. Can't really. I mean, I'm on shift for the next couple of hours, but
We'll talk when opportunity arrives.
yeah, you do that.
They're good people. That
I can
Then
see that. Oh, and sort of whispers down to you. So, oh, and tell the young woman there. I did catch her do that little magic trick. As long as it stays in fun, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
She has the good intention.
So, ladies and gentlemen, another try, another contender. Try your luck. Try your skill.
Well,
I'd like to see something else actually, because there's so much to see yet. We're barely into this carnival.
Well, if you need a guide, Plum shall show you the way.
Actually, before we get too far, I
would
there we
have
go.
participated, but it would have been unfair. Too bad.
Oh.
What?
Catch the dragon by
No.
the tail, Audric.
It would not
Yes.
have been unfair. It would have been unfair for me to participate. So let's go on. I'll take on the. I I'm curious about gnome poetry.
Why is it unfair?
For you to participate. I'm curious.
Oh, because you were blindfolded.
Yes. Are you blind?
No, but I can't fight with a blindfold.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
You've got very high perception capacities, let's say.
I don't know. Mother always told me I was kind of oblivious, but I quite manage.
Yeah, actually, Tavaren, technically I considered the everything, the whole schmoozing with Anna to be to give you advantage, because normally you would have blindfolded, so disadvantage. So not the 22, but actually the 9. But I got mumbled in my own justifications. It just lets you have it, so it's not a problem. But yes, if indeed Ysdred is trained in blind fighting, then that would mean that they would have definitely an advantage here, or at least not disadvantage. But yes, as you keep walking along, I would say that one thing that you notice is that though there were crowds coming in from all over the area into tonight, and the lines were long, as soon as you stepped into the carnival seems almost to expand to adapt to the amount of visitors. Space here is fluid in a sense, and so you're never feeling overcrowded, even in places where you might see a show or something along those lines. So if you want, so next stop would be gnome poetry. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, was this something specific here?
What makes gnome poetry different from other poetry?
Well.
that's why I'm willing to learn.
You seem smart. You seem smirky, being like, let's keep a surprise, so you have not an advantage.
Oh God, I did not prepare for this.
And
right, okay. No,
I can write in Gnomish if that helps.
Patience, my friend. Patience.
I'm not. I do not speak gnome.
As you come up,
That's okay. I can translate for you.
this as you come up, there's a sort of a small gathering, maybe 7-10 people watching a duo, basically. There's a young woman on stage. I will show you the image immediately. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. As let's move on. As a young woman, sort of in a patched dress, is sort of standing next to a gnome, and there's sort of an exchange going on where you can see the. She brings that up. She sort of tries to put in. It's a rhyming contest, basically. So the idea is almost sort of a conversation, but where you have to sort of each in turn drop a sentence, and the other one has to give an answer that rhymes with it.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So it's as in.
It's insult for sword fighting.
Yeah, kind of. If you've ever played Monkey Island, it is definitely that sort of insult fighting kind of thing. But, proper for kids. And he is, the gnome seems remarkably quick-witted. And as the woman is sort of holding her belly in laughter, sort of turns away. The crowd is laughing as you're coming up. She sort of steps down. He takes a small bow, but in the bow, sort of out of a sort of a handkerchief that he produces, there's a rose made out of crystal, basically, that he puts to the woman. She sort of wiping off tears, takes it, thanks, and sort of loses herself in the crowd. Well, who will be the next to come in upstage? Come on, folks. I don't bite.
So, who would like to go?
Yeah. Alright, but I would love the rules be explained in length.
The rules are simple. We are here to put on a show. I stump you, I get a point. You stump me, you get a point. Best out of 5 wins a prize.
Who would like to go?
Well, Ysdred was interested, so...
Yes?
Well, come on up, lovely lady.
You see Plum like, yeah, woo!
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Nomio.
No mayo.
Nice.
Wherefore thou Nomio?
No, Mio.
Well, I am quite present right here if you are looking for me. I cannot say after this bout. Looking at the lady. Well then. And what be your name?
Well, you can call me Ysdred.
Ysdred. Well, if Ysdred you may be called, what will be the first word here? Oh god, I did not prepare for this and I'm not good at improv.
Well, you're as unprepared as I am.
Okay,
so
you know
go
what?
on.
Let's let the dice do this, right? Okay, no. So mechanically, the rules are this is basically a skill challenge, right? As in, I need three successful performance checks. These would be DC 15, and I need them within 5 or fewer attempts for you to win. Right? So let's try that. Let's go for the first one. As in, this time he's the first one to sort of launch into a bout. Something about Ysdred, well met. I really don't have
Something
anything.
about a pet.
No. Maybe something along those lines as a size of a pet. I'm embarrassing myself on camera right now.
It's fine.
Okay, let's make that charisma check. So performance.
For you or for me?
That would be for you.
To take it? To say something back?
So the idea is, do you win the exchange or does he win the exchange? So.
Okay. Well, am I allowed to make a comeback because I just thought of a nice one?
If you have a comeback, go ahead.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yay!
Oh no, Meo. Obviously, this is your first rodeo.
Okay, let's see if that works out. I might actually give you advantage for that.
So it's a charisma
Performance.
performance. I'm not Sorsha, but Well,
Oh, wow. Okay, that is
Good enough.
point to you. As he goes, oh. Well, if the lady does know how to ride, I'm sure I can find myself by her side. The first bout is yours. Let's see about the second.
okay. Well, my side, that is quite an attempt. Maybe someone to give you a hand then.
Ooh. Oof. Oof.
Charisma. Once again.
Still performance.
Meh.
Yeah, that
It was on this. It was easy.
Offer a hand to the Witchlight Carney. Well, my friend, there is much more. You can do much better than that. Let us see. 1-all. As the crowd goes, yeah, you know, the ride was kind of thing. It wasn't a good bout. Okay, let's And with whom have you come now then? Tell me, friend, which one of these is foe or friend?
I didn't understand.
Me neither. Roll for the.
Okay. Are you forfeiting this bout for picking on my friends? Well, I guess I can get on my knee if it's to get to your height.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. Meanwhile, you see Plum like live commentating, like, "Ooh, that's got to hurt."
Oh, that's another 18. 2 for you.
Yo!
Yeah, he's going. Yeah, okay. Let not success run up to your head, even if by points you are ahead. Should have done that other way around. Doesn't matter. Again, I should have. Anyways, I think it's something along the lines that, well, this Ysdred, while points may abound, do not let it go to your head.
Because maybe I can turn around a bit. Nah, no. Damn, rhyming is hard. Damn it.
Yeah, rhyming is hard.
Yeah,
Especially
rhyming is
live.
hard.
Especially
The
live and improv.
Yeah, the comeback is not the most difficult part. Like, I have to combine English, comeback, and rhyming, which
Yeah.
give me a minute.
Don't worry about it.
So something along. Well, you're talking about my hair. How dare you? After all, I have it always on my head, and I just wiggle it a bit to show the. I display a bit the.
Oh, right.
The
As in, yes.
Dullahan part.
Yeah, you do a little thing where this. Okay, roll for it.
Let's go. Come on.
That's a 15.
Hey!
That's a 15. That is 3 out of. That is 3. Yeah, that's good. That's a success. Yes.
I think when that happens, I try to hype the crowd at the same time, like,
Yeah.
Ysdred, woo!
There's a moment I think where Nomio looks to you and goes, "Oh, well met, Ysdred. It is a fair caught. I believe... No, not a fair caught. It is honor of mine to be beaten by one of your kind. A warrior spirit and sharp of tongue. Let's see what your spirit has won you. And could you please roll me a d8? Please. Which I forgot to do for Tavaren. I just gave him the trinkets immediately.
A D20?
A d8. 8.
A D8.
Okay. Do you wish to roll on the trinket?
Okay.
Okay.
Where is it?
The collections, like next to the cog with my settings, next to that there's collections, and that has a Feywild trinkets macro.
Or I can just roll for you if you wish.
In macro?
Yeah, in the
Journal?
macros, you should have one that says Feywild trinkets. It should be at the bottom.
Collections, macro, Feywild trinkets. Yes.
Whoops.
Oh.
Yep, that was me.
That was the...
It's that? No? No.
I don't know, because it doesn't whisper to the GM, and the GM just left the
Yeah.
game.
I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That.
Yeah.
I'm back, don't worry.
Candlestick whose candlelight looks like a tiny dancing fairy made of fire.
Aw.
There you go.
But it's adorable.
That is cute.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. No, I know exactly what happened there, but
Well, thank you. After all, I did my best to hold the candle to you.
the bout's finished, lady. You can move on.
It was a compliment. Take it like a gnome.
Oh, and I will. Thank. A round of applause for our lovely patron. Anyone else wish to come up? Come on, folks. And you enjoy your new candlestick. So it's basically, as you light it, the flame itself sort of dances around, right? It has it's a normal wax candle, apart from the fact that, no, actually, wait.
It's a
candle. No, it's a candlestick. There is a sort of half-melted candle already in it. So any candle that you would put in it will shine with this sort of little dancing fairy light.
Nice.
Okay, Witchlight candle. Okay. Where to? Do you guys want to keep moving around the small games, or do you want to, as you're making your way?
Anna,
I
would you
would
like
l-
me to bring somewhere?
Well, we're just next to the dragonfly rides, but you also wanted to see the carousel, so
Yes. You know what? Let's do this quickly first, and then we go to the dragonfly. If I can ask, and you see that I'm twiddle a little bit with his fingers, like, after that, could we do the goblin wrestling, please? Because I'm itching for a bit to wrestle a bit. It's been a long time.
Okay.
Wait, are you taller or shorter than a goblin?
Smaller.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
I think he's maybe the same height as
Yeah.
most goblins, but he's human proportion, so he's less stocky than a goblin. So he looks smaller.
Checking quickly a little. In centimeters, he is 100 centimeters.
Oh, that's tall. That's tall for I think halflings are 90 centimeters. So
Yeah, but it's the official height of Plum is 100 centimeters.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So you might be a bit taller than goblins. Somebody look me up the goblin traits and see how tall they are.
3 to 3.5 feet.
Okay. Yeah. So you would be on the
90
smaller
91
side.
to 106.
Yeah. So you would be on the smaller side of a goblin. Yeah. Okay.
You're about as tall as a goblin. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll guide the group. With a bit of hesitation, but it has been a working day for Plum towards the carousel.
Oh, by the way, Ysdred, mark off 1 punch on your card. And we can get to So, where to? Are we going to the carousel then? Okay.
Carousel it is.
Okay. As you pass by the dragonfly rides. Actually, let me see if there's something along the lines of. Oh no, that's at the lake. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So, as you come in, let's put it here. A procession of wooden unicorns stand motionless on a circular wooden platform. Fairgoers clamber onto the unicorns' backs, and a female centaur sets the ride in motion just as you arrive. The unicorns shake their manes and creak to life, cantering around the carousel to the delight of the riders. So instead of having the carousel move, it's the horses themselves that move along the track, basically. By the way, and I will actually show you. This is, when I mentioned the centaur, this is she.
Wow.
Now, I will say, Plum,
Hey, yo.
you've never seen her before. She's new. Or at least new since you've left, right? She's arrived here. You've never seen her.
You see him cock his head, and you hear very lowly, but probably everyone hears it's like, what the?
What do you mean?
Hey, no, somebody new. So he's like, okay.
There's a moment where, what's your passive perceptions, everyone?
9.
16.
Okay, 16.
11.
Okay.
11.
Right. Okay.
Oh, we're on the low perception side of the group.
Oh yeah.
We went from high perceptive,
We have a druid.
radar things
Fine.
to oblivious people.
This is gonna be
We're-
great.
We have a druid.
We have a druid.
Yeah, but we're literally kids in a carnival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that there's a moment where as you can you can see her. She's making sure that none of the kids fall off. Making sure there's maybe she's taking the punch cards from the parents as the carousel goes along. The ride lasts for maybe about 3-4 minutes, and then sort of the unicorns come to a stop. The kids, you have a mixture between the kids wanting to go again, the parents going, no, we have to move on. And then I think Tavaren, there's this strange little moment where one of the kids, maybe 3 or 4, in the arms of her mother, sort of, thank you, horse lady, and to which the mother says, no, she's a centaur, honey. She's a centaur. To which the centaur replies, oh, no, not a centaur. I'm a human, just made a bad decision. Please. To the confusion of the mother, who sort of moves on back as the kid's attention has been brought to another shiny thing. Oh, I want food, mommy! I want food! And they sort of head towards to the back to the food court, basically at the other end.
Oh, actually, food doesn't sound bad.
There is after that, there is also a food, very cupcake eating contest. But first, and you see with a little bit of a smile and a little tear, he goes slowly towards the carousel. And yeah,
she comes up to again. Welcome. Are you here to? Would you enjoy a ride? 1 punch each.
Yes.
And yeah, very well.
I would like to try it, please.
What kind of creatures are going to ride on the carousel?
She sort of looks back at it. Unicorns?
Wait, they're all unicorns?
Yes.
and what is the problem with you?
I want the purple one.
There's a purple one there.
Is there a problem?
Look, the most important part about the carousel is picking your own ride.
That is true. But, good choice. The purple one is always the best one to
There's so Plum, you would know this, as in the carousel unicorns are often there are more in stock that you have here, right? As in either because they're moved aside for repairs or just for general sort of change, right? But they always come in 8 pairs, and each pair is very specific, so you never get how to put it, by tradition you have additional pairs in stock, but they will always be put up onto the carnival as a set, right? And you will actually know that most of these are named.
What are the names?
Well, it's difficult to see on the ones that, at least on 4 of the pairs, you can see that some of the names have been sort of worn off. There might be they've been used a little bit. They haven't been maintained as well as they should have these past couple of years, or maybe it's some of the older set that have been put up into place.
Ysdred is tapping on your arm like, tell me about the names. That's the best part.
The purple one next to the purple and the white one, those are Ben and Jerry.
The red and the purple one also was Hagen and Das also, yes?
And what about the silver one?
No,
You know?
So, the silver one, which you point, is actually called a Breeze. But the one next to them, you can barely see a couple of letters. The first and the last letter, basically, or a G and a T.
Is there black, midnight blue, or red?
There is one. There's one which is reddish orange, like sort of, which is called Dawn.
Let's go with the dawn.
Okay.
Does Plum know about the name, that there's not a name present on that?
I'll go with the breeze.
Well, I'm on Ben or
What do you mean?
Because you said that next to Breeze there was another horse.
Yeah.
And it was just like a G with something, nothing, and yeah, there were like some letters, but not everything was.
Yeah. So some of these, you can see that the letters are most likely painted. Well, the letters are painted along the saddle line. right?
Uh-huh.
Just where, unfortunately, for a lot of it's easy to read because it means that the name is actually not tattooed into the skin of the horse, the unicorn, but on the saddle. But of course, that is a place where a lot of people place their feet, and letters get erased. Let's put it that way.
Oh, no, she's gonna go with one without names.
Okay. Yeah, I think that how do you? I mean, Plum. This used to be your own. Let's move to this one right here. Because halfling festivities, there was a lot of let's go with this one. Anyway, a little bit rowdy. This is for the ambience hasn't changed in the carnival. This is just for me.
So not hear the same music over and over
Yeah,
and over
exactly.
and over and over. Okay, fair.
That Calliope
But
is just
to be fair, I will still have the other one in my head and still go.
of course. Right. But yeah, so the young woman sort of clumps in your direction, sort of with a jovial smile, sort of reaches out to ask for a ticket. Yeah. Okay. As you each clump.
Yeah.
I'll go also.
So how did you get like this? What was the bad decision?
Her mood suddenly shifts in the same way where as if somebody were taking off as you're seeing somebody with makeup and taking off the makeup, right? This is no, you know what? People should know. I made a bad deal with a hag. That's pretty much it. I asked to I was a knight. I lost my horse and asked to be reunited, and this is what happened.
Yeah, you got literally reunited. I get it.
Yeah. But you know,
Hags are the
let's
worst.
but let's not look.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, but
You look
let's
great
not.
though.
Well, thanks. But
Oh, really?
anyways, you want to do the ride or
Yes. Yes.
Well, if it's any consolation, your horse is beautiful.
Yeah, she was. Is. I don't really know how to. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Anyways, please hop on. Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what? I think I need something.
Let's have some fun.
Yes, please.
As the last one, I go to our dear horse lady, and I say very politely, said like, I used to do the right here, and I am very happy that they found someone new.
I've only been here for about a year or two. Yeah, that works as well. How long ago were you taking care of the carousel?
Actually, all my life.
How long ago?
Well, I hope that you found that you find them in good health, I guess. I'll take your ticket.
For how long ago? 8 years. And I show my ticket.
Okay. She punches your ticket, and you can get to ride.
Hey,
the
Plum, how
unicorn.
old are you? The Tavaren just runs with his mouth at any time he can. So he's just, hey, Plum, how old are you?
You do not ask the age of someone like me. Buy me a drink first, my good friend.
The
Okay. I'll buy you a drink when we go to the feasting orchard. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I can ask you again.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
as you I think the interaction you can hear actually a light chuckle from the horse lady because she's not a centaur. Children know these things. As you sort of put on to set yourselves to different unicorns, there's a moment where well, let's name her Diana Cloppington. Moves up to a sort of a wide lever and just pulls it, and you can hear
It's almost rude.
Yeah, I know it is, but then again, it's her stage name, right?
Yeah.
It's her stage name. As she pulls down this heavy lever, you can hear the a grinding of gears and the chimes of magic, sort of, and from the floor you can see these tiny motes of light that sort of illuminate from underneath and sort of sink into the polished and painted wood of these unicorns, and they start to shiver underneath between your legs, and underneath you they start to shiver and move about. There's a shaking of the mane as intelligent eyes sort of peer at you. There's a moment of almost how should I put it? There's almost a moment where they look at you and seem to know you immediately, right? As in almost not reading your mind, but reading who you are. And there's that other way, as in you feel completely safe atop these creatures. And they start to slowly trot. And occasionally sort of, again, shake their mane, rear themselves out as the music of the carousel moves in beat with the one of the Calliope outside.
So, like, actual unicorns, or?
Well, I mean, close enough. For I don't know how many of you have actually witnessed a unicorn in their lives.
Nope.
Ysdred probably knows a bit about that, and she's fanning all over her horse. Like,
no, this is
real.
definitely you would know rationally that these are how to put it, sort of artificial. These are constructs in this one, but the illusion about them makes them incredibly real. To the point where, I mean, Plum, you've always known that there's a bit deeper magic in these sculptures than most people know. It is said that these that the carousel and the unicorns here are able to read the people who ride them, and they know secrets, and sometimes can whisper secrets. You would know this, but you were never told exactly what how that happens.
I mean, well, go on.
No,
No.
you first.
That-
You start.
The youngest first.
No. I am older than you are.
Canadian standoff. Okay, Plum, go.
I think while Plum is riding, and that everyone can see, it's like a little tear going down of the eye, and I think it's just gonna whisper in the ear of the horse, like, my good friend, I really missed you. Did something happen with the other ones that took this ride?
You know what? Make me a stealth check, please. Just want to see. Or what's your passive stealth? That'd be better.
What is my passive stealth?
Take your stealth score and add +10.
11.
11. Okay.
Hey, I'm on my right. I'm
Yeah.
used to this.
There's no answer from the unicorn.
Okay.
Maybe almost there might be a sort of a shake of the mane. Almost you would read it as as in sort of a gruff.
Yeah.
Not a non-answer, but as in no, I don't want to answer right now, or something along those lines.
Okay. Then after that, I'll enjoy the ride.
Okay. Yeah, the ride sort of moves on and comes to a stop, as I said, after a couple of minutes.
Tap, tap, tap.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, please.
Yeah,
yes.
because he can talk to his horse, but maybe
Sure.
other people want to do something with their horses
I
as well.
apologize.
Ysdred is trying to coax her horse into giving her their name.
Okay. So you had decided, you decided to go for one of the non-names, right?
Yes.
Non-named.
What is your name, beautiful?
Oh wait, you went up on the one. Actually, you might have gone up to the one that is right next to Dawn, right?
One that is unnamed, so
Right. Yeah.
Your
That would be the. Yeah, but you were drawn to the one that was called Dawn, so I think the.
yeah, so yeah, probably yes.
So you would have the one next to it is you can kind of saw the letters underneath. The first letter is an S, then 3 letters, then IS, and then another blank. So I'll put it in the. So let's go. S, 1, 2, 3.
Blessings.
Right. So I put it in our chat.
Yeah.
But well, how would you go about trying to coax the name from this beast? From your
Oh,
ride?
she would probably just like she's been with horses her whole life, so she's approaching the unicorn the same way she would any of the one in her mother's stable, and she would have just given her her paw, then flatter the neck and behind the ear and talking gently to them.
Make me an animal handling check.
Animal handling.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is that? Oh fuck! I have so low wisdom.
Animal handling is wisdom. Okay.
Oh, it was
Yep.
almost a 17.
Yo.
Almost.
But it's a 2.
Gabby, try and change the beyond 20 so that you actually roll always twice. Because I only get one result just in case, you know how I do things. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
but it disappeared. I can roll twice, but it disappeared from my options. So I'll just
Okay,
roll.
we'll have a look at
time.
that. We're coming up on break
Yeah,
at some
well.
point, so don't worry.
Yep.
Okay. No, I think that a bit like Plum's horse, the unicorn stays silent. It's not necessarily it's ooh. Come on.
I had an idea, so I want to try again.
Okay.
Come on, is your name Sunrise?
There is sort of there is indeed a whinny as you say the word, sort of confirming what you might have thought. But you do there's something, whereas how should I put this? There's now a sort of an interest. You can see Dawn to your side, where there's maybe a young woman who's sort of riding it, also cajoling the horse. But now you have the attention of the full pair of the two horses there, but you kind of realize that maybe that this is you've hit one piece of the puzzle in a sense, and that maybe that it's not enough. Maybe Diana might know more.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Obviously, there's animals to talk to, so Tavaren will start in Sylvan like, hello there, little buddy. How are you? Sorry, are you comfortable? Am I sitting okay? I can get off and walk alongside you if you want.
I don't think there's an answer coming back. For once,
There's
there
probably
is no
one from
answer coming
Ysdred.
back.
Suck off.
I think that you are you're more or less separated. Well, I think no, actually, you might actually be. So yeah, you're separated from each, right? So 8 pairs, and I think that you would be each at one sort of corner.
Yeah.
So not necessarily able to see what's going on with the other 3.
Wait, are you Ben or are you Jerry?
What's written on the saddle?
Yeah, it's written. Yeah, there's a movement of the head towards the saddle.
So you can talk to me. It's okay. I say this, so of course.
Yeah, there's no particular answer that comes your way.
Do you want some company? I can walk alongside you.
At that point, if you make any sort of move to come down, the unicorn sort of rears up just enough to sort of hit you back
me in
onto the
place.
saddle, keep you there, and says, no, you're not going anywhere, pal.
Okay.
There's, I mean,
fine.
you also, well, yeah. You would know, would you know, would that happen? No, that wouldn't. I was thinking, thinking
I mean-
things on the fly. Go ahead.
I can because of the because it's not from that, it's from Speech of the Woods.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand, like, I can decipher their noises and motions of animals.
Then you know what I would say, that with that talent that you have, you do fully now recognize that these are not actual animals.
Alright.
They have the illusion of animals, they have the illusion of life, but they are very much animated constructs. These are creatures of magic. More so than any sort of living kind of flesh and blood creature. So it's you do realize that it's not you, it's them.
Yeah. Alright.
Anna?
Anna will start to ride, certainly just fawning over the beauty of the construct and the animation and the whole illusion. Like, very much, you're so gorgeous and what a work they did, and you're lovely, and so on. And then at some point we'll kind of forget the construct part because of the illusion, and so get on really like a real horse. But she's also kind of, she's gonna, she probably is gonna not hold in place and start doing like little rider tricks, like just trying to touch as forward as she can on the reach the nose of the unicorn, and then try to lay down on her back all the way, so that she's basically resting on the rump, and Yeah, little kid at the fair, except she's got the balance to actually do it.
Which is not the case for the young elf on the other paired horse, who looks at you doing these things, tries it, and seems to get rump bumped by his unicorn regularly to sort of rebalance him as he keeps almost falling off.
Yeah, okay. Now, at that point, Anna's hand is gonna shoot out and just hold him steady, help him stay steady in that position. Like, feel it? You've got to go with the movement. Feel it? And it's gonna help it's gonna actually explain to the little elf what how he.
Well, little elf, I would say adolescent, and you can definitely see that his head is going bright red.
Hey, it's all fun and games.
Hey guys, I'm riding the sunrise at dawn.
Are you all good?
I've got Breeze, and what's the name of the unicorn next to Breeze? Actually, because I didn't catch that.
It's normal because his name is not complete.
Oh.
Was G and S.
And
what color is it?
Again, a little bit on the grayish. It's a sort of a grayish mottled with gray and white.
Okay. Oh, and when Ysdred calls out, "Mine is sunrise," I'm gonna have a look and try to see. Oh, if mine is breeze, would yours be gust?
The young boy, the boy. I don't know, but clearly his eyes are not. He's not looking at the horse anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look at Breeze and say, "So, would your partner be gust?"
Again, the sort of whinny sort of echoed throughout the pair.
Whinny of affirmation, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Amazing. You're lovely. Thank you for the ride.
As there's a sort of nod to the head, as you can see that, so that and so that bright sort of intelligent eye towards you. As I think that's where
the elf.
Huh? I'm not talking about the elf. The elf is as doe-eyed as most wooden unicorns at this point. Eyes only on Anna, I think. The
fun part is Anna is completely oblivious.
I think Anna's had a lot of practice in being oblivious to people who fawn over her.
Probably, but it's also like, she's kind of. I don't want to offend you. I was just trying to help you because it looked like you had fun. You were having fun, and I just wanted to. So it's like you're bright red because you're embarrassed. I didn't want to embarrass you, kind of feeling.
Okay. I think that as the carousel sort of comes to a stop.
Yeah, she's not the more.
The horses go back to their stable state. Pun none intended. And you dismount.
Oh, Diana, you must tell us everything.
About what?
Mine is sunrise. There's something about the names, something happened. But there's something more.
What? She sort of get what? So she says a look to Plum, that as in she sort of maybe sort of not necessarily recognizes you, but understands that if you're a former employee, that this was your carousel, this kind of thing. And there's almost a moment of looking to somebody who's an employee looking to a manager, going, is this something that I can say? Is this something that
Gives a little shirt like, hey, it's your attraction now. I don't work here anymore, so that's your call.
As she looks, I think that as you have the troop that moves, the whole group that moves out, and before another, you can see other patrons move, coming in. She goes, sorry folks, we're just going to need to take a little bit of a break, close the attraction for some maintenance. Don't worry, it'll be back up in a couple, in maybe 20 minutes. Just make another round and then come back later. It's for your own enjoyment, okay? Yeah, thank you. I know, ma'am. Yes, sir. I know that you've been waiting in line. Don't worry. I can. I'll make sure that you're on the first ride when it comes back on. All right. You can. Yeah. Just have a look and. Yes, sir. Yeah. Please. Yes, I know your face now and I know your name. So I'll make sure that you go to the front of the line. Yes, and with your daughter as well. Yes, please. But right now, sir. I'm gonna need to go back now to the attraction to make sure that it works.
Ysdred goes behind her back and looks at the guy.
He's got that noble foppish kind of look to him.
Entitled noble look.
Yeah, kinda. Mostly, maybe a bit red in the nose, as he's maybe had a drink or two too much. I think his child, who's maybe around 10, is rolling their eyes. Stop embarrassing me! Come on! And pulls them away, saying, "Bye, Diana. Goodbye, Jeff." And I think that's how you actually know her name, because you haven't actually introduced each other yet.
Yeah.
Yes, and she pulls the a large a thick red rope across the entrance to give you a bit of privacy. Look, and what was your name? Looking to Plum.
You can call me Plum.
Right. Well, okay, Plum. Oh, that Plum. Oh,
and gives a little reverence.
The one who disappeared. Oh, right. Yes, I heard it. Well, there's gonna be.
Disappeared.
Well, there's.
You.
I don't know if I should be.
Maybe that's not your story to tell. It's fine.
It's no. It's just that people have been disappearing. It's. I don't know much more. Burley would be able to tell you more about that, but you were asking the horses, right? You were asking about secrets?
Yes.
Yeah. So we she thinks about look, when all of the unicorns are properly named, they do whisper secrets to the riders, but it's something that I was asked to erase some of the letters so that there's some secrets that especially here on the Prime, it's not good for things can get said and then problems happen, right? But if you're, I guess you would know, right? Look, I'll get some paint, and she she goes towards the back of the carousel to a to one of the two how shall I put it? To the two wagons. There we go. Words. And brings up paint, and she basically said, I'm going to look. Just find find the pairs with the missing name. If you write the name well enough, and correct, they will talk. At least that's my understanding, anyways. I've never actually seen it or had it happen before, so I'll just pretend to repair things, right? Don't be too long. I'm kind of still on the clock.
Of course.
I'll help.
Okay.
I don't have very good handwriting though.
I'll grab a
Right.
pencil and go to Gust.
Okay. Before we get to that, we've just passed the 2-hour mark. So what I suggest is that we take a little break here. Grab a drink, do whatever you need to do, stretch your legs. I'll be seeing my players very shortly. As for you in the audience, we will see you next time. Stay tuned to the channel for the continuation of this episode and exploration of the Witchlight Carnival. See you there.
Bye.
Bye!